Good morning, New Eden. Today is December 3rd, 2023, and this is the Federation Frontline Report. My name is Frozen Fallout, and I will be your host today, calling in from the great station of Yavangir, and my co-host here is Samson.
Good morning, New Eden. How y'all doing? It's been a while. I know I've been gone for a bit, but I'm back. So
Here we are back in action. We're gonna have some fun here, and we just got off of a fleet. That was a little interesting. We had some good fights.
it's fun, yeah. But I think in particular the smart bombing practice is still my highlight for that fleet.
Yes.
I was like, wait, if he comes through, we're gonna kill him. Like there's no doubt about that. Like we just can't you can't engage a smart bombing practice if you're right on top of it. But if he comes through the gate, some cockbags, aka Artie Thrashers, ain't nothing you can do.
Yeah, and yesterday I went out, took out cockbags, and mainly actually a bunch of comets was what we had like a lot of for a long time for the beginning there, and we got up to like 42 kills all throughout last night, and I lost
That was
a
a 13-hour fleet.
Yeah, it was like a 13, 14 hours of fleet. It was pretty intense, and had a lot of fun. Lost a Gnosis and a Typhoon.
I was there for the Gnosis.
Yeah, the Gnosis, we took up, bit off a little bit more than we could chew, but we got some good kills with that one, still, I think. And then we got some really good kills with the Typhoon fleet, which Shawnee handed out a whole bunch of Typhoons, and we just went into a battlefield, and we had a bunch of ENI and a bunch of Osprey Navy issues, stuff like that. And we were able to kill a bunch of the ENI, and then drive them off. But we did lose a few Typhoons in the process. So, but I think it was worth it. We pushed them off the objective. But then they came back in Raven Navy issues, and we weren't able to contest with that. We did have Sedition did come in and try and assist, but we just couldn't muster the firepower that was needed in order to really kick them out with the numbers that we had. So we ended up standing down and letting that battlefield fall. But we did win 2 battlefields prior to that, both in Hades and one in Hades, one in Fleet. So that worked out pretty well. And it does look like since last week, Tantalin, and maybe I'm just misremembering, but Tantalin has fallen to the Galente and is now back in our hands. So Anato is one of the new frontline systems.
Liberated.
It was liberated correctly.
It wasn't fallen. No.
Yeah.
It was liberated.
It was liberated. Yes. Sorry. That's my. Thank you for the correction on that. Hey, Delis is still being held by the is currently liberated by the Galente. But Fleet has fallen and to the Keldari. So that has been going on for a couple of weeks now, and we've been fighting in that area. We've got, let's see, we're at 30% contested right now with the Keldari having a 9% advantage. There's a lot of fighting that's happening in Fleet right now. There's Devon has a little bit of us trying to do some contesting, but not really because it's back line. Hedeli's at 43% right now, and the Keldari having a 5% advantage in that system. The Galente currently own a boon. It is at 55% with a 57% advantage to the Galente. So this is where a lot of the fighting is kind of happening in the south here. A little bit, Aboon and Onosaiken haven't had a lot of fighting that I've been seeing from the Keldari. It's been mostly Fleet and Hades where they've focused, and Anato, Tantalin. Onasikin is getting close to falling at 82.9%, with a 46% advantage in our on the side of the Galente. So things looking pretty standard here. But if we could get Onasikin to fall and Anato to fall, I'd really like to see Anato fall so that we can get access to Sujirento. I want to see Onasikin fall. So Anato right now is at 71% as well. Because I want to get into Nisawa, I want to get into Sujirento. I would love to be able to get back to the Shining Jewel of Black Rise, Notoris. Get that onto the front line would be kind of cool. And then we can do a lot of reports about all the fighting that's going to happen in Notoris. But I think we're going to do a look over at the kill board here and see what's been going on here lately. And one of the things that I was doing on like my last run of this was looking at the if you look at kills, just people who get kills and then people who get losses, and kind of seeing the number, the variance on there to a certain degree, was kind of interesting to see how many people just have losses and have never and then how many people just have kills. And there's usually a big discrepancy between those two, that there's a lot more, or there's not a lot more people, but there's people there that are just farming that have definitely never gotten onto a kill. So we've got the Galente Federation here. Let's take a look here. So we've got 902 characters. So that's looking pretty healthy. But if you right underneath active PvP last 7 days, click on the kills a little bit higher. Yep. Okay, so this will give us who has kills. So it'll take a little bit for this to load here, but we've got 678 characters. So out of the 900 characters that exist, that have shown up on zKill as being part of the Galente Federation, these are also not players. These are just the characters, so there could be multiple characters underneath one account. But you can kind of see here now, though, that there's like 200 plus people that don't participate on getting on even one kill in the last 7 days, but have died. So there's 200 of them and that's not even counting the people who haven't died in the last 7 days, but have been able to farm free of death. But that kind of puts into perspective that there is about 200 farmers, a little bit less than 20%, or probably like 15% or whatever of our people are farmers.
Or they're just they're still trying to get good.
Yeah. But yeah, do we want to go through the top characters and corporations and alliances, or let's do that. You want to go through the top characters? I'll do corporations, you do alliances.
Yeah. So we have here the top 10 characters, the killers of the Galente Federation, and coming in first place, Apathy 420. I think that deserves a 420. 140 kills. Danny Leon, second place, 123. Zaporos, 118 in third place. Oh, who's that?
I don't know who that is. It's redacted.
Kenyon in fourth place in all of Galente at 104 kills. Nice. I don't even pay attention to this kill board anymore. Kalendros X, 100. D's Nuts Hang, 99. I like that. Young Puke, 89. He's the, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7th place for Young Puke. Sadario, 89. Pavaro, OTT, 88. Eric Podine, 88. Now, these kills don't necessarily, and I take this with a caveat because I know that most of my kills are not Keldari. Because I'm a filthy gate camper, and so though I do, fight for the Galente, I would say a good chunk of those are dead squids, but that's something to also think about too, is that these aren't necessarily kills of the opposing faction. They're just kills in general.
Yeah, and that's something we
Um,
can kind of take a look at with systems as well at the bottom.
yeah. But you want to do top corporations, or you
Yeah,
just want
so Jerkosaurus Rex Incorporated. So that's one of the main corporations for Sedition at 833 kills. Second place, Federation Defense Union. So this is the NPC corporation for the Galente, and that's giving a strong showing at 480. There's 468 kills at second place. We've got Frog Pond, who is at 410, and I believe that they're more of a recent addition to the Galente, but they've come in really strong.
I like their name.
I like their name, yeah, they're pretty solid. Fliette Pizza Delivery, so Frog Pound at 411, coming in at third place. Fliette Pizza Delivery at 377, coming in at fourth place. Blue Canary at 345, coming in at fifth place.
Refresh your screen.
Oh, sorry. Yeah, there might be.
Yeah, because I didn't refresh the screen, so your numbers are different than mine slightly.
Oh, I'll just look at yours then. Let's see here.
I'll refresh the other ones before we start.
So I was talking about Blue Canary. So Blue Canary at 345, Tempest Legion at 288, Nor coming in at 194 kills, and Handsome Millionaire Playboys. Okay, so they're making the monies. They are at they have 191 kills. Federation Frontline Report. I don't know who those guys are. Those guys, so the murderous reporters that are out there trying to get the news for you and having to shoot the enemy in the process, and anybody else that comes near them. So.
Yes. Anybody
Could you imagine? It's like, if we meet outside of a station, I will shoot you no matter what. But we could sit down and have a civil conversation and report on things. But
I also want to point out too that we are the top. We're in the top 10 corporations, and it's like literally just me and you killing.
We need more people. That's what you're telling me, and we would be at the top.
We'd be at the top. Yeah, absolutely.
So
because Jerkosaurus and the Fed Defense Union have a lot of players by comparison.
Yeah. I'm glad we can make the top 10 there. And then we've got Nadir Security Consultants. And so let's take a look at the top 10 alliances. Oh, sorry, they have 147 kills, rounding up the top 10.
The top 10 alliances here. We got Sedition coming in really high, 1,232 in first place. There's no surprise there. They're always out and about. And Young Puke's fleets are always fun. And second place, the network. So I guess that we're representing there again, because we are also the network. 375 kills, but technically tied with Of Essence currently. I'm sure that may have changed at 375. Federation Peacekeepers in fourth place at 147. Shadow Cartel, 114. They joined the Galente. They have people enlisting in the Galente.
Yeah, there'd be enlistment. Oh, excuse me.
White Squall, period, 94. Federation Front Line at 93. And that's like Noir Academy, right?
Yep, that'd be Noir Academy.
Yeah, so I mean, we got one of them. We had some of Noir Academy with us in Fleet today, and they already that dude was at the top of the Federation front line kill board. So I can't remember his name, nor would I be able to pronounce it anyway. Oh, it's actually right there. Eamantis Rudavicius. Just a little shout out there. He was in the.
Oh yeah, I see his kills. They've got the sexiest logo in all of EVE.
Yeah, they do. The Federation Frontline does have a pretty fucking sexy logo. But also, let's see, Pandemic Horde, 93, also tied Federation Frontline. The Tuskers Company at 85, and United Fleet at 73. What do we got for the top ships there, Frozen?
So obviously the Federation Navy Comet coming in at 569 kills. Solid, solid. And then the Federation Destroyer, which is an NPC, so that's gotten on 451 kills. So that's a NPC in a Plex. So there's possibilities that some of these kills it got on was because the Galente came in and killed them, but a pirate or neutral could have come in and got into a fight and killed somebody. It's very rare that these destroyers would be able to kill something all on their own because of how much DPS they have. So there was a PvP involved. They were just in a three-way for it. So, and then we've got the Executor Navy issue. Obviously, another great ship being used by the Galente. Really easy for us to mass produce these. It can be long range, it can be short range, very versatile, lots of DPS or really decent range.
I'm taking the loot from squids and smashing it and turning it into ENIs to sell at HQ. So that's all made from squid parts.
And then the Catalyst Navy issue, the Federation Destroyer, the Navy Destroyer at 315 kills. Did I say what the Executor Navy issue had? It had 391 kills. So, Federation Frigate, which is, and the Federation Cruiser kind of come in there, 281 and 248 for that respectively. And those are NPCs, once again. We'll just skip over that. Caldari Navy Hookbill, so very good ship. Dual webbed and rocket fit can be really, if you have to do some really smart piloting with it, because if your enemy is short range, you have to go, out, and if their enemy is long range, you got to go in. But you can do range control really well with them. And then the Thrasher at 198.
Gee, I wonder where that came from.
Yeah, we've been throwing those Thrashers
out. A lot of Thrasher fleets. Those numbers look about right. I'm sure it contributed to most of that. But yeah, so we're doing top systems as well.
Yeah, let's just take a look, because this can always give some interesting information.
Yeah, so the top systems, Aldranet with 824 kills, and Hey Dealies in second place with 488, and that makes sense because Hey Dealies is our HQ. OICX 412 in third place, Fleet 334, so there's some fighting going on there. Varilla 296, Aboon 293, Nenamalia 151, Oinosiken 125, so there's some stuff going on out there. Uvalon in 116, and Yavanger's honestly only there because of me.
Yeah, I was about to say somebody.
If it were anybody else, that would be a joke, but that's very true. Those are probably all me, minus a few. Because of the filthy gate camping. Again, see, skewing the numbers.
Yeah, so yeah, but it is interesting to see that there isn't like a big bulk of 0.0 in there or anything like that. There is no 0.0 system. Every one of these are in the war zone. So the bulk of the kills do come from the war zone.
Yes, they do. Aldranet, Haid, Oix, and Fleet are all pretty active.
Number 4 on the list. So Fleet is, number 4 on the list is Night Flyer.
Do we want to move on to the next?
Yeah, let's go ahead to take a look at the Caldari now. So they have 1,557 characters. So that seems like they're like massively more. So we had like 900, right? So that seems like a massive amount. Let's go ahead and click on those kills. Let's see what happens. What happens to the Caldari as soon as you take out anybody that didn't get in a kill in the last 7 days. So at 1,557, it looks dire for us.
1,000.
So 500 plus 500 of them are farmers of some
But
shape and...
or there could be people that just are. Wait, no, because they're on zKill, so they were killed. So
They were
have to
killed.
be farming, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, they were active. So
They were active. They were out there doing something, and they died while doing it, while being part of the Caldari. But so 1,500 versus 900 is a 600 person difference, which is, that's hard to overcome. 1,022 versus our 600 is, about 400 people difference. Still something, that's going to be hard to overcome, but that is 200 people less that we don't really, than, what the difference was before. But that's, so it does seem like it's something that we still have an uphill battle, but it's not as bad when you take out all of their farmers when it comes to PvP. Now, when it comes to taking space, this shit is important. 1,500 characters are actively out in the war zone, at least dying or killing.
Can turn systems while we're sleeping.
Right, absolutely. And just, when you just have a more active workforce basically doing the job, and their LP is better, which is crazy because you think it would be worth less because there's so many more of them.
Sounds like CCP needs to change some.
We know there's a little bit of a bias there. CCP is not Galente friendly. They are a corporation, and so therefore the mega corporation,
Hey, they made their
faction
Caldari spirits with sheep dung, so.
All right, go ahead and take us over the top 10 characters here.
Yeah, so the top 10 characters in the Squid Union, the Caldari State. Number 1, Yingzi 19, 198 kills. Asarles in second place with 166. Trip Sasai, 165 kills. 3 Brand, 160. We meet that guy on the field a lot. He's fun to kill. Fight.
I see Trip with him a lot. Yeah.
Zedesia Rain, 152 kills.
I've seen them out there as well.
I've
never seen this person.
151 kills. Hannibal Drake, 150. Bohaprazu, 149. I think I've seen them. Certified. They're 100% Caldari certified. Grade A squid meat. Certified 144 in 9th place. And Death Touch, 132. What do we have for the top corporations here, Froyo?
So, obviously, because they're the, farmer nation of the universe and have been backed by CCP, the NPC corporation, the State Protectorate, is coming up as being the best #1 corporation for the for the Caldari, the Calamari. Was it the Calamari? No. The squids.
100% USDA grade squid.
So that they are #1 at 530 kills. The Caldari Colonial Defense Ministry coming in second at 458 kills. The United Caldari Navy at 457 kills coming in third. Sheriff Dot at 349 kills coming in fourth. The Combatants of Evil. What the fuck? Who are you fighting for? No. Coming in.
They're fighting themselves.
At 5th place at 349 kills. The Kenshin Katana Dot coming in at 344 kills for 6th place. Shang-Chi at 294 kills coming in at 7th place.
No problem with that name.
I don't know. I just, just read it. Star Kitten Astro Force.
Better in Chinese than English, apparently.
That's why I'm dyslexic, maybe, is because my soul came from China, Anyways, Star Kitten Astral Force at 7th place at 282 kills. The Starry Armada at 198 kills, coming in 8th place. And the Reverent Defense Corporation coming in at Revenant. John Revenant. No, it is the John Revenant. Yes, John Revenant Defense Corporation, 182 kills. Yeah, John isn't on the top 10. Where's John?
No, there's not. Well, I mean, they're on the very bottom of the top corporations. So, for the alliances, we have United Caldari Space Command coming in first place with 1,132 kills. Goon Swarm Federation, a lot of enlistment, 991 kills. Fraternity, 548. More enlistment. That's a lot of enlistment from Null.
Yep, the two hated 0.0 powers that hate each other come in and will shake hands because there's money to be made in faction warfare. And you want to be on the squid side. Although I'm surprised that more farmers haven't gone crazy over to the pirate side. It's surprising how much farming is still in faction warfare. Now, that is to say that there's more space to spread out even with the front line system. There's more space to try and do your farming in faction warfare, Galente or Caldari. The pirates have a more constricted zone, but their LP is worth 3 times as much. However, it is probably 3 times as dangerous to fuck around in those systems.
Yeah, I was gonna say it's because you go in as a pirate, Guristas or Angel, then you have not just one opposing faction, but you have both the Caldari and the Galente. If you're in Gurista, will be after you, and any regular pirates that just want to kill people, So
yeah, there's a lot of reports of that as well out there.
Yeah, I mean, we had a fight with some pirates earlier today, they're baiting. But yeah, so at any rate, Templis Calcif is in 4th place with 498. Ishikarata Enforcement Directives, 279. Camelot, in all caps, 141. From Spark to Flame, 135. Intaki Business Logistics Union, 131. Pandemic Horde, there's some more enlistment right there, 130. And Dracaris, I think they might also be enlisted as well. I'm not sure, though, on that one. But yeah, what do we have here for the top ships there, Froyo?
So an interesting change up, and I think that this comes with there's more advanced plexes in faction warfare now, and with the pirates, all of their stuff is advanced plexes and advanced ship gameplay. So the Harpy has shot to the top for the Caldari. The Caldari utilizing the Harpy as much as they possibly can. It has 536 kills underneath its belt. The Executor Navy issue has 488 kills, coming in second.
It's a very versatile ship. It's used by everybody. Pirates, Guristas, Pirates, Galente, and Caldari alike.
That's something that's really interesting about the ENI is that you would think that it would be worth a lot more and be one of the selling points of
the hull
being
is
part
only
of the
worth
Galente.
about 50 mil, I think.
And I think it's because we can pump out a whole bunch of them, but it's used a lot. Everybody uses ENIs, and there's this wizardry at work. Sometimes I feel with this economy that we have, and it's just CCP trying to make the Galente suck, and that's not. Anyways,
You calling shenanigans?
Yeah, I'm calling shenanigans. I'm calling them out, man. That's it. It's over. They hate the Galente. No. Moving on, we've got the Caldari Navy Hookbill. I've talked about that before. It's a great ship. 375 kills at 3rd place. And because this is how the Caldari operate, their capsules, they've gotten on 316 kills. So this means that their ships got blown up but they got on a kill mail after their ship blew up. Because,
blow,
yep, blow.
blow.
The ship exploded.
The ship exploded.
After your ship exploded. Anyways.
My cock bag exploded.
But they are using the Osprey Navy issue. The Osprey Navy issue is a good rival contender. I feel like the Executor Navy issue is better, does better close up range, and maybe it kind of depends on the situation, but I think that they're almost equal in long range kind of play with each other, but I think that maybe the Executor kind of leads out a little bit more even there. I think tank-wise, you might be able to get the Executor Navy issue to be a little bit better, or the Osprey to be a little bit better than the Executor, but any case, that's coming in 4th place here at 316. 315 at 5th place. The Thrasher Fleet issue is at 253 kills, 6th place. That's a great ship. I prefer actually the Thrasher over the Thrasher Fleet issue, just because the Thrasher Fleet issue is more expensive and
super cheap for a Thrasher, regular Thrasher.
Yeah, it's
they make great, like, hey, let's all go out with a dozen of them and just kill things. We killed a Praxis with like what, 6, 7 Thrashers and some
yeah, some minor. We had like 9 people altogether, mostly Thrashers and some small frigates. Yeah, but the Thrasher Fleet issue is a nice little upgrade for a little bit more money. The Hyena, so you're seeing more active Tech 2 ships there at 241 kills, coming in at 7th place. The State Destroyer, which we'll just skip, and the Kikimora. So once again, more use out of those pirate ships and Triglavian ships that people have wanted to, ever since faction warfare got fucked over.
I start flying Kikis again. Should go back to the nutsack.
Yeah, so yeah, there's more play out there for sure in the pirate areas. This is my complaint though, is that the pirate areas are not worth it for me to go there unless it's like threatening something that I like want to deal with.
Or if you want content as a fleet.
If you want some, but you can find content in our area. I've
True.
Without having to go up to the pirate area. If it's in the enemy backline systems, I can't dock in the enemy backline system. So taking a fleet out there is just not as fun.
Yeah.
Because you can't dock, you're stuck in the back line of your enemies, and you're really just helping them out. I'm just helping the Caldari right now if I would go participate in the Garista.
True, right now they're keeping them occupied so we can,
Yeah, so, and they're not even keeping them occupied because the Caldari are just focusing still on the war zone because whatever, it's a back line and, I think there's some opposition definitely that is happening even from the Galente, but it's the pirates are winning that war, that's for sure. But last and possibly least, the the Caracal, which I like it. The rapids run out too quickly, and have too long of a wait time, and. Yeah, anyways, let's take a look at what systems that they are occupying here, though. So we do see there is a little bit of 0.0 out there.
F4R2 Tech Q.
Yep, so somebody was participating in something. And I do see that when I go up to 0.0, you see more people in Caldari. Like, it is interesting how many people that are in that list up there of people who are killers and PvPers who have never come to the war zone to do PvP, that just are part of the Caldari but live in 0.0 for some reason. I don't know why. Well, maybe they do come in.
In chat, I do like Insani T's comment of if we got like Angel LP for blowing up Garistas or something, taking plexes, vice versa. Like if you could get that LP, but I mean, I guess you really have to be part of the faction. But I mean, we do get fed LP for killing Guristas and stuff like that, I believe.
Yes, but it's worth so little, like in
Yeah, no,
comparison.
true.
So that like the thing about it is that their LP is worth 3 times more, and the danger for them to acquire that LP, I think, is about, I would just guesstimate here of like 3 times more, um, because it is a very dangerous and active area, and it's not just Angel pirates; it's other, like you said, the local pirates and people who are just wanting to follow around and be involved in this and try and kill people that are active in low sec, especially when it becomes 0.0. It's a very dangerous area to make LP. Why would I go to make LP
Yeah, well, you can
in
make
Angel
it here.
space when I can make it here with the danger level a lot more comfortable, um, and like if it's in the back, like the only thing is that we're gonna have to do it when it comes to Haydelis. If Haydelis gets hit by this, I'm gonna be out there running those sites, and I do like their sites better, but I do feel like there could be an improvement that could be made to the game by making whenever we get LP from those sites that we get like 3 times more.
Yeah, that would make sense. They should be worth more.
Yeah, so they at least twice as much LP as what the counterpart of the pirates are making, I think would be fair. But in any case, let's go down the list. What do we got here for top systems?
Is number 1 with 604. Asakai second place, 446. F4R2 Tech Q 408. There's that null. Aldranet 324 and 327 in fourth place. Fleet 298. Baboon 190. Samanuni 173. OICX 169. Ecoskio 154. And in last place at 150.
Yeah, so I mean, you can really see that Fleet and Haydelis are very hot zones right now for combat. I would highly suggest, if you're looking for good fights, go to Haydelis, go to Fleet, go to Aboon. Alderneti is also a really good area to get some good fights. OICX, stuff like that. All in the war zone. This is where and this is not where surprisingly, once again, the Galente, not really surprisingly, but the Galente and the Keldari, as you can see, are not really fighting very much in where the war zone, the incursions are happening. The insurgencies from the pirates are coming from.
The
Incurgencies. So let's move on, though, to the Mimitaras. Let's take a look at what they've got here. We've got 1,102 characters, so a little bit more than the Galente, but not as much as what the Keldari have by far. Let's take a look at kills. They've got...
it's like super fast.
Yeah, that loaded great. 792. So they're, like 200 below the Keldari and like almost 200, maybe a little bit less, like 150 more than the Galente with active PvP killers. But let's take a look at the top 10 characters here. Who's kicking ass and taking names in the Mimitar?
So apparently Grand Theft Auto is kicking ass and taking names. At first place with 307 kills. Felicia Nethers, 283 in second place. Intrepid Cosmonaut, third place, 217. Adrian Lawrence, 216, very close there in fourth place. Cylon, sorry, 2,215. Sticky Mickey, 198. XVSSBR, 185. Alessis Wicked, 183. Vops, 177. Nin Lara with 175, rounding out the top 10. We have in the way of corporations there, Frozen.
Rediton Tribe at 1,512 kills, taking out the top spot there. Triad at 1,289. Kill 'em all. Let Bob sort 'em out. Pretty good name, actually. I like that a lot. 1,060 kills. Nomads of the Republic, 587. Tribal Liberation Force, and I think that's the Tribal Liberation Force, I believe is the NPC. So actually their NPC corporation is pretty low on their list, similar to like the Galente. Actually even lower I think than what the Galente had. Galente, what we had, was a second place for us? Anyways.
Question, I can tell you
yeah.
real quick.
Let's go take yeah, they were second place for us. Yeah, so these guys came in, what, 5th place here? We aim to misbehave. I also love that. That's, do you know what that's referencing? You should know.
It sounds familiar.
Really? Really? It's one of the greatest one-season shows to ever exist.
Everybody, I just wanted to see how many people are going to type Firefly in chat.
There we go! Look at that.
I'm a brown coach, you sons of bitches.
Really? It sounds familiar. I like that. Solid. Black Omega Security at 313. We Aim to Misbehave had 437. Black Omega Security 313. Unlimited 2.0 at 284. Hop Light Brigade at 275, and SOE Rough Riders at 268.
Would that be like Sisters of Eve Rough Riders?
I guess so. Maybe that's an
Sony Online Entertainment.
Sony Online Entertainment has made
like
their own corporation. It's very possible.
Top alliances, we have blowing everybody else out of the water, Ursha Khan, 2005 kills. Mimitar Fleet Alliance at pretty close second, I guess, at 1,775. Smile and Wave, 589. Electus Matari, 428. Infinite Pew, 407. Trainwreck, 324. The Tuskers Company, 217. Deepwater Hooligans, 191. Commonwealth Vanguard 169, and the Northern Coalition rounding out the top 10 with 142 kills. What kind of ships do you think they're flying out there, Frozen?
I don't know.
I don't know either.
I don't know.
What
do you think that they would fly? I think I bet you they're flying Cormorants.
Cormorants, yeah.
Yes. No, it's the Thrasher Fleet issue at the very top. 867 kills. We've got the Thrasher at 522 kills. Of course, our
rounding out the top there.
Yeah, our boy though, the Executor Navy issue 515. He's back.
It's the most popular. I think it's the most popular cruiser of faction cruiser out there. Honestly,
pretty much.
I mean, I haven't looked at the true numbers, but at least when it comes to faction warfare, it is definitely the most used.
Yeah, it's epic. The Kikimora at 365, so getting more use out there now that there's pirate stuff going on. Pirate sites, it looks like. The Republic Destroyer at 362, that's the NPC. Capsules at 355. The Osprey Navy issue at 310. So interesting. One thing is, I hate the Stabber Fleet issue. I think that one sucks.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I like the Stabber better than the Stabber Fleet issue. You get that. Well, you lose the 50% fall off bonus.
It's kind of a similar thing with the Thrasher Fleet and the Thrasher, except that the Thrasher Fleet's much better, in my opinion, than the Stabber Fleet. But yeah, it's just not worth it. I've seen it. I've tried to build them out before, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna make a fucking bad. And I'm like, this is not that great. Yeah, sure, maybe it's a little tankier, but it's not that great, unfortunately.
Yeah, and then there's the what's the other one for them for the faction?
The Scythe.
Scythe. The faction Fleet Scythe is actually pretty fun. That's a really good ship, and I'm really surprised that it made the top 10 here. So it goes Rifter 272, and then the Scythe Fleet issue at 268. That was actually a pretty good ship. It's very
I like
fast.
that one.
It can go. I
I
like
have
that
one
it
of
can
those. It's
go
fun.
missiles or autocannons
I
or
think I have.
rails,
I think I have one with rapid lights. It has like
or not rails.
40k. It has like
Art.
40k EHP, and it goes something stupid like 2700 or 2800 meters a second with a MWD. Yeah.
And then there is the Republic Fleet Firetail. I like that ship quite a bit, but I
It's a nice
prefer
ship.
the Comet over it. But you can get dual web on the Firetail, which is kind of nice. So it allows you to do that range control.
Yeah.
Um, the thing is, though, is that for the dual web, I feel like actually the hook bill is a little bit better because it's rocket. It can be 8 kilometers or it can be at 500 meters, and
Well, you
because
know,
of that, it allows you for really good range control
I
in the
think
scram kiting.
I like that the Firetail has a rocket or has
It
a rocket
does.
hardpoint, so you can have like two autocannons and a rocket on there, and that's pretty nasty. Um,
Yes, and if you're dual webbing, you can usually get in right underneath the person. But it doesn't allow you to go to 8 kilometers because at 8 kilometers you're not doing
you're
very
not gonna
much
do any damage.
damage
Yeah, no, it's
with the
not long range, but
autocannons.
yeah, I've been messing with it as a hunter, and it works pretty decent. But let's see what we have here in the top systems. We have Bob's Burger at oh wait no that's Boss Boger at 821 24 first place. Gomor God Gol Gomoro God. I've never even heard these before. Second place 608.
Guessing that's where the
Damelin
pirate stuff is going on.
550, I guess. Kuola 561. Amamake, we know that one. 402. Agua 300. Cormonin 258. Arzad 209. Valilor 184. And a Budben 182. Yeah.
Vivalier, interesting. So that's over by us.
Valilurier. Valilur.
Vivalier. I think that's over by where the gate is. Um,
That makes sense.
I think. And that's interesting, though. That yeah, I have seen more Mimitar messing around in our space for some reason. You can't. We're not allied with them anymore. We can openly shoot them. We killed a Mimitar just recently, and they can't plex in our space. So, but yeah, let's move on to the Amar here. What do the slave drivers do out
873
there?
characters.
So they are more than. No, they're the least. That's lower than what the Galente had. That's
Yeah, it
lower
is.
than everybody else. So the slave drivers. I wonder why nobody wants to play slave owners.
And only 602 characters, which is actually pretty close to Galente.
Yeah.
It's getting
So it's a little bit less than Galente, but it is very, very close.
yeah,
Garth says, "I do. I'm a RFW. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry. What am I saying? You're a bunch of slave owning religious
Amar
fanatics.
defeat.
You're so evil.
That's the
So
that's
evil.
the basic guy. Amar defeat with an exclamation
You
point.
know, we're a propaganda show, but I just personally, outside of the pop propaganda, like the Amar is the least appealing organization in all of Eve.
And both of and
I would
both of
rather
my
be a
mains,
Blood Raider.
my main and my alt are both Amarian, except now they're Galente.
I'm not saying that there can't be good people in the Amar. I like the Amarian people. I don't have a problem with, but
Gwen and Hein are definitely not good people, sir.
Good
They're
point.
Terrible, terrible.
Good
pirates.
point. But you're not a slave driver, though.
No, I kill slave drivers.
See,
but I also kill everybody else.
There is a pecking order. Too far.
But yeah, so for the Amar defeat, we have the top characters in first place: Alec Kuchia, 361, Miss Nishal, 170, 152. Wow, Mick Ioven. I'm assuming that it's supposed to be Lovin, but it's an I, so I'm going to say Ioven. 124 in third place. The Templariarch in 120, 122. OBSN 8192G 121. That's a name. Veldsparchan 103, tied with Floriwan at 103. Gigatron Rex 94. I like that name. That sounds like a good name for like a cat or something weird, like. And Zaiju at 86. Jennifer Coring at 85. And the top corporations there, Fro.
So we've got the NPC Corporation coming in at the top here at the 24th Imperial Crusade. The looks like they rely heavily on their NPC Corp. 556 kills. Serpent's Hand. I mean, see, like, this is an evil name. Like, this is an evil name.
This is an evil name.
414 kills. Chaos Arbiter, 411. Task Force 641. I wonder what does 641 stand for? Anybody know? Is that a special number? I don't think that's a special number. Is that something weird happened in that year? Anyways, 408. Fart in Space suit. That's evil. That's evil. Fart in space is what I wanted it to be, and then I just was like, wait a minute, as soon as I read that last suit, my brain stopped for a moment and went like, that's horrible. Why?
Fart in space is fine.
Farting in space, fine. Fart
suit. Evil.
Evil. Malevolent at 221 kills. Red Sky Morning. See, like, would you want to wake up to a red sky? I don't know. Actually,
I don't know.
Can't red sky isn't that the sunset usually? Anyways, moving forward, they have 178 kills. FANY Industries has 137 kills. Australian Belt Strippers. Okay, I like that. 115, and the Holy Amarian Battle Monk. Okay, I have to give you props there. That's kind of although it sounds like that's just is that just one person? It's got to be one person. Go into it because it doesn't say monks. It says Battle Monk. Is he just a loner?
No, it's 35 members.
35 members. Well, let's take a look. Is it just one actual?
No,
nope. They're Battle Monks.
Unless
that's
they're all
a failure on their name.
Give them shit. The top alliances, we got them pandas on the top there. One Fraternity, 468. Empyrean Edict in second place with 418. Crimson Inquisition, 397. The Amar Militia, 326. Kimi Harar, 205. The Initiative, 173. Pandemic Horde, 172. Brave Collective, 143. Northern Coalition, 126. Militaris Sans Frontieres at 117, rounding out the top. I do like what I see here on the top ships, though. Frozen.
Sexy. The Gnosis. Nice. Can you go into the Gnosis here real quick? I just want to...
Well, if you go to the Gnosis, it's just going to show all Gnosis.
Oh, yeah, never mind. How do you get to the stats of...
How would we see the stats of the Gnosis within Amar? I don't know.
Or no, just in general.
Oh no, you would just click on it, yeah. You would just click on it. That would give you the stats of the Gnosis. It's just taking forever to load for some reason.
While we wait for that to load, let's just look over the ships here. We've got the Gnosis at 282, the Imperial Navy 300, sorry. Whoa, okay. The Gnosis at 382 kills, the Imperial Navy Slicer at 257 kills, the Kikimora at 204 kills.
Making a comeback.
Yeah, the Kiki is strongly coming back. A lot of people have this one.
It's mostly the Kiki because you don't see, we haven't seen any other trig ships, but the Kiki can fit into a small advanced, so that's probably why.
Yep. And then we've got the Executor Navy issue, of course, 196. The Imperial Destroyer, the Caracal Navy issue at 100. Courser, sorry, whoa. Courser Navy issue at 178. The Thrasher Fleet issue at 163. The Nightmare at one. Wow, a Nightmare. So somebody went out and did some killing in a Nightmare
A
fleet.
Nightmare at 148. Yeah, that had to.
Yeah, 148. And then Bait Punisher 141. I've been seeing a lot of solo Punishers lately too, and I'm just like, ew.
What's the point?
Well, maybe you're pretending to be bait, you know. And
yeah. Do you want to look at this? You said Gnosis real quick or no?
Yes, yeah. This is real quick. Can we go to the all-time top? That's gonna take a little bit to load. So.
No, it shouldn't take too long. I've been to this page a few times. Probably.
I just want to see something here real quick.
I'm down here.
35. Not bad.
But I'm very, very close. I just need a few more kills to start moving up. But there's still the one at the top is 8,000, so it's a lot. It's a long way to go.
That's a lot of kills, but you just started
I'll get there.
on getting that.
I know
record,
the people that are at the top have been doing it for many years. I've only been doing it for like a year and a half or so, two years maybe. But anyways, top systems real quick for Amara. We have Arzad at 275, and some more null 6NJ8 TAC V 269, Hormonin 245, more F4R2 TAC Q, which was also on Mimitar at 236. Agua 188, Bob's Burger at 179, YTAC 4CFK 143, Pola 133, Jitta 132. Interesting. Some ganking going on. Well, it's not really ganking, I guess, if they're shooting the other faction, but it sort of is.
Yeah, that's actually.
God 126.
It's an interesting thing to be able to go to Jitta and just fight war targets. Let's quickly kind of take a look over here. We've got some new additions to the pack here. So let's take a look at the Guristas here. So they have 902 characters. So a little bit less than the, or a little bit more, or almost equal to the Galente. What was the Galente at?
The Galente, I'd have to go back one. 902.
Wow, okay, so they're a little bit more than the Galente. And then they have 658, which I believe is a little bit more
similar still to us, which is 6. I mean, the numbers are probably changing as I'm clicking on these things, but why does that one take so long? I mean, all the other ones.
It's got to do a calculation. It's very important.
678. So
we have a little bit more actually. We have a little bit more active PvPers, so their farmers are slightly more than what we have of our farmers. So let's go through what's the top 10 characters.
The top 10 characters in the Guristas are number 1, Ripley von Stinkelwinkle at 334 kills. First place, Asa Phelps 209. In second place, Ink Switch. In third place at 191. Ninja Baby, fourth place 189. Obsidian Scar, I know that name, 178. Joni Stark 170. Tavanis 162. Alice Flynn 162 as well. MMPTT 151, and rounding out the top 10, Wargar Welchmers with 135 kills.
Awesome. All right, for the top 10 corporations, we've got Storm Chasers Dot at 411 kills. The Ghosts Busters.
Ghostbusters, yep. That's correct.
That's a guy I like. I like the name. 334. Commando Guri at
the NPC Corp.
Is it really?
Yeah, Commando Guri is the NPC Corp.
Oh. They're at 332, so doing pretty good. And then Black Rabbits at 289.
Skipped over somebody.
No, I didn't. I didn't. I don't know what you're talking about. No nothings. No nothings at 277. Pandemic Horde Incorporated at 241. the Priesthood at 212, and Stardust Guardians at 208, and then we have Dai's Irie,
Irate.
Dai's Irie at 178.
But yeah, I'm pretty certain that this. I just wanted to make sure. Yeah, it's got the Gersis pirate
Yep.
logo, so it's Commando Guri. But yeah, so we have here in the top alliances, Pandemic Horde number 1, 872. I think they could use some deodorant on the pirate side. I think is what's going on there. Riot, 419, second place. Fraternity in 343 in third place. Black Rabbit in 290 in third place. Brotherhood of Spacers 242, Exodus 215, The Ancients 178, Dock Workers 164, and Shadow Cartel rounding out the top 10 with 158 kills. That makes sense because they're already pirates, so they might as well be pirates. But proving our point here in the top ships, Frozen, what do you see?
Yeah, I mean, obviously one of the best ships ever built by mankind, the Executor Navy issue at 509. And then we've got the Zealot at 368. So obviously they're going to want to be using a lot of the Tech 2 ships, right? It's interesting that they still are using the Executor Navy issue, even though like they have access to any ship that they really want in order to access. Just size category is really limited. I mean, the Zealot though and the Gnosis, great ships, and these are great for advanced ships.
But in the Gnosis, I wouldn't be surprised if they're doing a bunch of gay camping.
Obviously.
They might be gay camping.
I'm pretty sure. There's especially with the 0.0 stuff that's able to be brought to LOSEC, and the they finally put in the notification that warns you that it has turned to low-sec from high-sec, but there was a short period of time where people were just going into a high-sec system and getting ganked by people
because they thought it was high-sec.
Because there was no notification and nothing happens, like nothing changes on the map or anything like that for like its security status. And so people were just like, I jumped into high-sec and I got murdered.
Wait, seriously? Like,
yeah.
It was still showing as high-sec?
Yep. You had to like check the pirate incursion map was like the only...
That's not cool, CCP. I understand, like, like for us, like, maybe there's a chance we should know better because it's happening within our faction warfare, but...
People have no clue what's going on. That was rough. It was really patched like the next day or something like that. So it only was in there for like a short while. Now you get a nice little pop-up that's like, hey,
but man, this
place is fucked.
Look at these other ships, man.
But yeah, the Zealot, Gnosis, then we have, so Zealot at 368, Gnosis at 339. Catalyst Navy issue.
I'm surprised with the Cat Navy.
Yeah, 228.
It's a good ship.
It's a good ship.
It's not the best of the faction desis, I don't think.
Which one would you say would be better?
Probably the Coercer.
Okay.
If you brick tank a Coercer and put well, yeah, that's.
But I mean, the thing is that I think it's the pure DPS that you can get out of them is what people are looking at.
It depends on what you're using them for.
Yep. But in any case, we've got the Legion, which is
the only Tech 3 cruiser we've seen so far on any of the top ships.
Yep. You notice they're not using their own. Like you know what I expected to see here was the Worm.
The Worm, yeah. I don't know.
There's no worm.
Well, here's the thing. You cannot get into scouts.
There is no scouts.
Well, that's what I mean.
But for the the Garistas. Oh, there is no scouts at all. Is
You
what you're
can't
talking.
go into it. You can't go into a scout navy. There are no scout advanced.
Yeah, but this is the Garista pirates. They don't care about the scout navies. They won't go. They don't get points for doing those.
Oh, I see what you're saying.
They only get
Well-
points for doing. So I would expect them to be flying around in a bunch of worms, actually, and
Worm
even
would be good.
seeing.
I'm not sure why they wouldn't.
And I haven't
Especially
been
because
seeing
they
a lot
can
of
buy
worms.
them with their LP, right?
Right. That's what I'm saying. Like with their LP and stuff like that.
Worm is a fucking overpowered monster.
But yeah, no, we're seeing you know, we've got the Ashimu here. Apparently they're flying around in Scourge torpedoes.
What the hell is that?
197 Scourge torpedoes.
What? Hold on. I'm a little confused. Oh yeah, the Scourge torpedo is very dangerous. People like to fly around in it. No. It's killed 216. That sounds like a bug. They're just rogue torpedoes, dude. The fucking pirates have figured out how to pilot Scourge torpedoes and kamikaze people with Scourge torpedoes.
It's pretty amazing, man. Then we've got the Osprey Navy issue, and the first frigate to show up here is the Keldari Navy hook build.
Which makes sense. I mean, it's a nasty ship.
Yeah, so Osprey Navy issue at 179, and the Keldari Navy hook build at 177. So where are they fighting?
Insani T said they saw a Worm Mamba fleet out around Garista's insurgency today.
Oh, good. Well, maybe
Well,
maybe the worm will come back.
It'll
stronger.
come maybe. maybe they mistook it for a Scourge torpedo.
Yeah, no, that might be. Maybe that's where the Scourge torpedo is the worm.
Maybe the worm is a Scourge torpedo.
It's hiding.
That would certainly make more sense than them piloting Scourge torpedoes. This isn't the Expanse or whatever.
Right.
Top system, Lituria 423, Valil Rear, let's call it Valil. Second place 350, F4R2, TAC Q 230, Abazon 228. Abazon, home of Spectre Fleet, 228. Asakai 226, Oix 216, MJ TAC 5, F9 189. Tama's on the list.
Tama hasn't been
177.
in threat either, so I don't know why.
But also too, we don't see Tama on any other list.
Oh yeah.
173 and Hey Die less 149. So they're coming
So
over
mostly faction warfare systems, but surprisingly not. The systems that are on here are not systems that I expected, to be honest.
That's a good point.
Or when
That's a good point. Insanity. We didn't fight the worm fleet. Maybe that's why they don't have kills.
Yeah.
What do you say?
But some of these are outside of the the war zone for them.
Yeah.
Where things have landed. I'm trying to wonder though, when did Vivalier come under attack? Was that within the last 7 days? And it might have been within...
No idea. Well, it would be within the last 7 days because...
No, because when I had my last show, I'm pretty sure the insurgency had already come out. So I'm pretty sure at that point that had ended. So there's still fighting going on in Vivalier for them, even though it's not... I'm just saying that a lot of the systems that are on here are not systems that are like just the war zones that are currently happening right now. Mm-hmm. And I'd expect a lot of numbers to be pumped up from those. I mean, there is a little bit here for sure. But all right, let's go over, take a look at the Angel Cartel here.
I think the the Angel Titan has bumped these numbers up a bit.
What do you mean? They only have like 203 characters.
2,306 characters.
201?
2,306
no.
characters.
No, they don't have... That's insane. Like, that's... Okay, so let's take a look. How many of those are farmers? How much you want to bet? I'm going to say 1,000 of them are farmers.
At least half.
Yeah, let's see.
I'm going to say 1,200.
All right.
And one.
It's
The
loading.
price is right.
It's taking it's
It's got
taking.
to do a really big calculation for this. How
Yeah,
many
because
kills?
it's such a
Okay.
different universe all of a sudden that you're going
Very
to. How
confused right
many
now.
people are actually fighting?
Oh
Oh,
wow,
wow.
1800. I mean,
Okay.
you do get more points if you're killing the other sides as well as
So
focusing.
there was an exploit that was found where they were, and this was done a long time ago as well, where people were just filling up ships for them to be able to blow up their alts, and they would just get a bunch of faction LP, um,
Oof.
and that they were able to buy like Titans and stuff with the massive amount of LP that they were getting.
How is that an exploit?
Um, because it was the LP is they were manipulating the system so that they would get more LP than the ISK that they were putting into it by a large amount. And it was the specific items that they had in their cargo hold that were being miscalculated by the system to be
Oh,
higher.
there was something that was miscalculated. Okay, I understand.
There was manipulation that was going on. It wasn't completely simple.
According to Chat Insanity, the guy who did that had the Titan BPC and all his LP taken away.
Correct. And I believe anybody that had done it, like, because there was more than one, I believe.
Yeah, so
Um,
there was okay, I understand. There was something like that you could put in these shitty ships that would fuck with the LP
yeah. Um,
because of the value. Because it's directly related to the I popped a Nirvana pod. I popped a squid Nirvana pod, high grade Nirvana pod on my gate, and it gave me 50k LP for a pod.
yeah. No, that's
That was
that's valid though because that's a
ridiculous.
lot of money that got blown
It
up.
is valid, but I'm just saying like I mean that's crazy. I didn't ever expect to make 50 LP for killing a pod. But yeah, so Angel Cartel 1856 characters. That's only like 400 less. Um and the top characters we have Major Templar 341. That sounds like a really, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, they're what fanatic pirates, right? Fire Strike, second place, 314. Mini Shro, 252 in third place. Kainor Avanar, 242, fourth place. Skady, 219. Poker Face Sola, 205. Oof A, 189. Ziron Van, 184. Rangon, 182. And the Trash Man Can, 179. Who who's those are your old friends?
Ah,
Who's
yes.
out there?
So, one of the
Top Corps.
biggest corporations in Goonswarm, Karma Fleet, looks like they have gone strong in this area. So we know that the Goonswarm showed up on the Amar, Keldari, and Angel's side now. They weren't with the Garistas from what we were seeing, right?
Yes, correct.
Um, and um, they're at the top at 100,000 or 1,149 kills. 4S Corporation at 1,135 kills. Melka Kim Zealots at 896. A Blessed Bean at 643. Infinite Point at 589. Goon Waff, which is also Goon Corporation, the main corporation for them, 491.
Good luck with that one.
Kurgalis Marion
Kriegsmarine Newer.
Kriegsmarine Nurf at 459. Starburst Guardian at 509. Pandemic Horde Incorporated at 459. So tying with the Stardust Guardian. So once again, we've got Goonswarm and Pandemic Horde all, happily working together to make some money. Balls Deep Incorporated at 448.
Top alliances, of course, no surprise here. Goon Swarm Federation with 2,823 kills. And close second, not really close at all, actually, but second, Pandemic Horde 2,042. Fraternity 1,236. The Initiative 1,095. So that's and then the Brave Collective at 744. So like it's very nully.
Yes, lots of
Uh
nullsec here.
Fwoden's Call, 448, Decoy, 447, Dracaris, 312, Seventh Sanctum, 270, and Purple Helmeted Warriors at 253. And once again, the top ships.
Kind of proving how powerful and how badass the X-Cure is. We've got the X-Cure at the top at 994 kills. And before I go on, I just want to say these are a lot of fucking kills.
Yeah,
Like
they
this is
flooded. The fucking Null flooded Angel Cartel. They want Angel Titans. That's the explanation. They want Angel Titans. That's it. That's all it is. I mean, we do too, but whatever. We're gonna get one of those ever.
yeah, that's a long walk. But the Kikimora making a large showing here. 967 kills just underneath the X-Gear Navy issue. Harpy, really good ship as well, 648 kills. The Osprey Navy issue coming in almost half as many kills as the X-Gear Navy issue was part of. 499 kills. Thrasher Fleet issue, really great. You notice that I'm not seeing a lot of the pirate ships. I don't think we've run into a pirate ship yet. I think we're just about to run into a pirate ship being on the list. And I think we even have to click on it and see which pirate ship it really is, because I don't remember whose pirate ship that'll be. But so we're at the fleet or Thrasher Fleet issue at 469 or 67. The Caracal, interesting choice of ship comparatively to what we have.
No, like all their new bros fly Caracals.
Okay, so that might make some sense here, is because we haven't really seen the Caracal
because of
till
all
now.
the Caracals we fought in Spectre Fleet. I see them a lot out there.
And then we've got the
Kizriel?
Kizriel.
That sounds like a blood. Yeah.
So it's an Angel Combat
Cartel.
Battle Cruiser.
Yeah, it's the Angel Cartel Combat Battle Cruiser. Whoa. Look at this loss right at the top.
1 billion ISK.
That's just the fucking hull, isn't it? They're not. Oh wait, no. There's a an Abyssal doesn't count for shit. A Thooker medium cap battery is worth a little bit.
Yeah, how much does it say the hull was worth?
It says, where is it? 900 million.
So I mean, it did have 100 million ISK on top of that, but which is not that much in EVE terms. So not when you're flying something like that.
Yeah. But anyways, yeah. So that's the Angel Cartel Battle Cruiser, and
then the Loki and the Vagabond. So Loki, good one, and this is the first time for the Vagabond. Yep.
Yeah.
And the Vagabond, really good ship. Surprised we haven't seen more of it, but yeah, you can see that there is a difference. Besides, everybody flies the X-Gear Navy issue. There is a very strong difference on what people fly at the mass level.
Mm-hmm.
Even on the micro level as well. The macro level, definitely. The micro level, there is even more diversity, I would say.
Correct. So in the top systems, we've seen this system several times now, so there must be the pirate thing going on there. F4R2 TAC Q 692, MJ TAC 5F9 in second place with 493, a Bud Ben 492 in third place, Bob's Burger at 465, fourth place. Jamelin 420. Gomoro God 274. Amamake 244. FD53. Tac H 219. Aga 207 and Amazon closing out that top 10 with 193.
Interesting. Yeah, it's Amazon sounds like because that's not in the war zone, so they must. I'm wondering if people Spectre Fleet people. I bet you. Yep.
The Spectre people that have jumped into the Angel Cartel.
Yeah, so I think that kind of wraps up the in-depth review that we did of all of the different pirate factions, and it kind of mirrors a lot of what we saw from last time that we did this, which was like 2 episodes ago, and I also did a little bit of dived into some of the Galente, I believe, and some other stuff last week. So yeah, thank you all for watching. We're going to go back out and do some gate camping, I think, and just go have some fun after we finish up the show here. But thank you all for watching, and have a great night.
Good night, New Eden.